This week in the field, what do you do when you have a sunrise shoot and the sun doesn't appear? Hi everybody, I'm Scott Davenport and welcome to In the Field. I talk today about those sunrise shoots where nature plays tricks on us and doesn't give us the sun. Before I get into that, two quick things. Number one, I have one space left in the San Diego Coastlines workshop in April of 2017. If you'd like to come to San Diego, shoot with me for a few days at the beach, and make a bunch of new photographic friends, head on over to my website, hit the workshops page, you'll find it there, and sign up. I said one space left, so this workshop's filled up pretty quickly. The second thing is, obviously you're looking at me a little differently here. I did a little studio rework, trying out a different angle. What I was showing you guys before, it was giving me a little trouble when I was doing post videos to be able to see everything on the screen. So let me know if you like this format or not, and if it's okay or if it's not working for you. I'll see what else I can do to change things up. So with that, sunrise, and what do you do when the sun doesn't come out? Let me show you some footage from a shoot I had at Yaquina Head, or actually a little south of that, along the Oregon coast. I went out twice hoping to get a particular shot and just didn't get the sunrise I was after.
Early foggy morning south of Yaquina Head. You can barely make out the edge of the land where the lighthouse would be. You might see a blink or two as I'm recording this where the lighthouse is throwing off its light there. But it's really fogged in. It's actually not as bad as it was a half an hour ago. I'm going to spend a little time in this just background area on the beach here. There's a decent reflection of the foggy headlands in this little bit of a water pool here. We'll see what that does for me. And then hopefully the sun will rise and burn off a bit of the fog and maybe make some cool patterns in the sky. The fog's still covering the headlands more or less entirely. There are some nicer reflections of these houses and condos and whatnot that are here, and then this little wash that I'm not sure if this is drainage from the mainland or if this is left over from higher tides. Certainly all of this sand that's out here is pretty well smooth, so I'm guessing it's probably a combination of both. But setup is pretty easy for this one. You can just see that I've got the camera set up pretty low. So, I'm down, that would be about the same level as the camera. And that's to maximize the amount of the reflection I'm getting. Positioning in the frame, dead center for the horizon line, because reflections scream symmetry, and so that just makes this all the more powerful. And also composing so that I've got some sweeping diagonal lines coming in from the right-hand side. I'll probably crop off a little bit of what I have on the left edge in post. After that, F16, it's setting focus point on the home itself and letting the camera do the rest of the work.
So, don't get the sun. The headlands I wanted to shoot are covered in fog. Turn my attention elsewhere. I found that one spot where there was a reflection in, kind of a wash, a little bit of a makeshift, I guess a drain, a river type thing that was emptying out into the ocean. That was okay, but what I found to be more inspiring is when I turned my attention to just the beach. There was a lot of nice, gentle, sloping sand dunes, and because I guess the tides rise and fall pretty high at these locations, they get washed clean, more or less every night. And there's not a lot of footprints around. And I found this one patch of dune grass that I just started working on it and focused on. And I'll show you the image that I've processed here. And I really like it. It's just a nice, clean, simplistic, minimal view. Very different from what I was envisioning when I went to this particular location. But that's what you have to do. You have to just switch it up based on what's going on in your environment. I guess that's the tip of the week. When you don't get the sun that you were looking for, this could be sunrise, it could be sunset. You don't have to pack it in and just call it and quit the shoot. Turn your attention elsewhere. Look for something different. Look for something smaller. You're not going to get that grand landscape when you don't have a light. It's just not going to happen. So pay attention to smaller details or tinier subject studies or things like that. And chances are you're going to find an interesting photo. That wraps it up for this week in the field. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, let me know about it. Comments on the video, likes, shares on social media are always appreciated. You got a question? Send it on in to me. You can contact me directly through my website. It's always nice to hear from you. And even if it's just to say hi, or if you've got something that maybe I can help you out with photographically, I'm always happy to do so. Well, until next time, my name's Scott Davenport, and happy shooting. Hanover. Oh man, it's been a long morning.